What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So as y'all know, Forza Horizon 5's release is going to be around a week away from today, or I guess you could say the early release for the game for PlayStation. I gotta admit, I am going to be so dang hyped to play this. Now, I do know people are probably going to come in and say, you're probably going to be bored in like an hour or something, man. And you know what? I would say that stuff's going to pop up and all that, but I'm kind of at a point, man. I am really looking forward to playing another game, especially being a first-time Forza player. And the funny part is, I do feel like to a certain extent, a lot of other PlayStation players are probably going to be hungry for another game, especially a racing game on the scale of Forza Horizon with what it's going to offer. We all do know there really isn't going to be much of anything on the market at the moment. I mean, Need for Speed is cooked. We are going to have Motorfest, but many people aren't playing that like they used to. They probably want something different to play. And I would say Forza might end up scratching that itch for so many players. On top of that, you're also going to be able to play the game with every other platform, which is going to be a massive win. And I do hope other games might end up following suit with that in the future. I do know people are asking them to do that with Motorfest, but apparently it's going to be like an engine limitation or something like that to why it's not in there. So I'm probably going to get from that this most likely never actually going to have crossplay in it. But luckily, Forza Horizon 5 is going to have crossplay. I believe the convoy thing is 12 players. Let me know in the comments. I think it's something like that anyway, but you can have 12 players in there. You can jump in and free. Our wheels is going to be so dang dope. Really excited for it. I'm kind of like an off-road nut. I've always really liked trophy trucks, dune buggies, or like really cool off-road type of trucks, whether it's like a pre-runner or something. So I am looking forward to really playing this game, messing around with like the Raptor and stuff like that. I saw the F250 with like off-road tires on it. Really is going to be so dang dope, man. I am mad excited to mess with these vehicles, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what people are also going to build, because I do know people want to build vehicles, or build something they probably want to drive around, whether that's like the Durango Hellcat or like a Hellcat or something. You even have like the Cadillac CTS-Vs in this game, and you have like the Hyundai Veloster and stuff. This game's car list alone, man, is going to be insane. People can hate on the game or say it might not be perfect. Yeah, the map might not be perfect, but you know what? I'm going to say it. Forza Horizon seems to have everything else going for it. Like, yeah, the map might not be as beautiful as something like Motorfest, which I would give that to Motorfest. Yeah, the map is going to be gorgeous. I do give it that, but you can have a really pretty map, but if the entire other elements of the game aren't all going to be there, then how far are you really going to get with a beautiful map if there isn't that much to do, or a lot of the cars people really want in the game to cruise around with their friends in or just cruise around in them are not even going to be in there. So I think that right there alone is also going to attract people to Forza Horizon. Now, a few other things I did notice here. I do know there is going to be the festival playlist that resets every single week. If you guys are wondering, I will be covering that every single week. I will be going through the entire playlist, doing a guide on it, and it will most likely be fairly similar to me doing the summit guides every week, but I will definitely be going through the entire festival playlist. So do stay tuned for that video, basically dropping every single week. I do understand when the game does come out that the festival playlist is already going to be out, but I'm probably going to need some time to play the game, get used to some stuff and all that before I jump into it. But definitely stay tuned for those videos, guys, along the lines of so many other things I have planned for it. I really am insanely hyped. I feel like a lot of players are also going to be excited to play it. I know you're probably going to see multiple sides of the internet of people going, y'all are going to love the game. It's the best racing game out, right? Then you're going to flip that over and maybe scroll down a comment section a little bit and then see you're going to be bored of this game. Wait until everybody plays Forza and see how terrible it's going to be or something. Like, I understand, I do hear you. These are going to be people that have been playing the game. I do understand it. But at the same time, though, a lot of people are going to be hungry for something different. They're probably bored of Motorfest. And besides that game, what is another open world game right now that you can play on the scale of that is going to have that car list, man? Like, there is legit nothing out there. Again, Need for Speed is going to be cooked. TCM is going to be very limited. We all do know it has a good car list and stuff like that. You can argue that it has variety, even though many of the classes are honestly kind of terrible. It still is going to have the variety piece in there, but even with that, players are still looking for certain vehicles, begging them. The amount of cars I see people requesting, like the SVJ or the LFA and stuff like that in TCM, People really want the cars so bad. Basically, every Instagram post, I'm seeing gifs of them, or people are asking them on different platforms and all that. Like, I get it. But the funny part is, a lot of these vehicles people do want are all going to be in Forza at the moment. So yeah, if you do want to drive around in like a Trackhawk or something like a Durango Hellcat, or maybe you want to use like a Cadillac or something, then guess what? Forza is going to have all of them. So I feel like that's going to be a big thing for many people. Like, yeah, people are going to try to like say the game isn't that great, but it's still going to have many positives with it. The other thing I did notice about Forza Horizon is apparently it did end up topping 45 million players ahead of the PS5 launch. As y'all know, I did end up making a video a bit ago saying it hit 44 million players. Now it's going to be around 45. That's going to be before PS5 even hits it, which is honestly insane. And the funny part is, the first thing that popped into my head is I'm like, oh, people are probably jumping on Forza Horizon 5 now trying to play this game, or maybe they're finally getting it because they're like, yo, this game is going to be on PlayStation soon and my friends can probably join me. Let me go get this game finally. Let me play it because now we can actually, play together on a racing game and cruise around and stuff. And at least Forza is going to allow us to do that. I can only imagine the player numbers when this game does end up actually coming out here soon. I would say it's most likely going to get way bigger than it is right now, not only on PC and Xbox, but we all do know there's probably going to most likely be maybe millions of players getting on it on PlayStation to take it lightly. And then I also think that's going to attract more people into it once they see how everybody can play together and stuff, and what the entire game does offer and all that. But again, I do know people are probably going to come in and go, well, no, Block, the game is still going to be boring. I get it. I get it. Every game does have its flaws. I'm just looking forward to playing something new, man. I really am. Like, I don't hate Motorfest. In fact, I do like the game. I really want it to do great. But at the moment, though, I feel like it's in a very odd place, and I think many players are probably going to move away from it for a bit, even with how they're pretty much planning things to come out. Like, for example, we have that jet coming out or whatever, which is going to be cool for a little bit. It is most likely not going to have any new races attached to it. At least I don't think it will, which I think right there is going to be kind of an L. Like, they should release more events for it. You have the entire open sky there. Put some races in there, man. There's a jet, but instead we don't have any races. Really doesn't make any sense. Now, besides that, one thing that also popped up, this did end up releasing on Tuesday that I did want to talk about. They had something about the Horizon Realms, which is going to be the areas they're adding into the map. But there is something I caught in this trailer, guys, I did want to talk about. Now, I don't know if I'm going to have footage of it in the background, but I could probably show something along the lines of the Horizon Realms itself. With that being said, though, there is going to be a thing called skill mode, basically on all the Horizon realms, that's going to have like scores and stuff like that that you can set and climb the leaderboards. I do know people are probably going to argue that there's not going to be a point to it, but this is still going to give players something to do, compete against, and really have a lot more things you can even do in the area. We're also, of course, going to have the big free mode thing, which I'm mad excited for, to explore some of these areas. There's going to be like a new racetrack and stuff like that. You can bring your friends in there, mess around, go explore some of these things. I feel like it's going to be pretty dang awesome. And then with the Horizon Realms coming, you're also going to have a set of new accolades you can also go after, guys. I did end up seeing the menu. I did not realize how many there was going to be in it, but it is probably going to be around 30 or something different ones you can do, even more than that, and different things you can go after. You can go after badges and stuff like that. I think this is a very cool feature. Again, I'm not saying this is going to be new, even though it's probably going to be new to me, but with the Horizon Realm thing, this is going to be pretty dope. You can do a bunch of new ones, and it's going to be a bunch of little challenges that will unlock some stuff and give you something to do, which I really do wish other racing games would end up having. It's also then going to mention the 4 new vehicles that are going to be added into this update, like the Lamborghini Huracan Cerrado. We're also then going to have the Mammoth 6x6 as well. These are all going to be apparently in challenges and stuff like that with the Lamborghini Revolto, so that's definitely something to look forward there as well. You can do those and unlock the vehicles. Personally, I'm mad excited for the Lamborghini Storado. I love that thing. I saw a few of them in person. Easily one of the craziest looking off-road vehicles you can ever see. Like, those things are absolutely insane. But as I did mention earlier, though, I could probably keep rambling on, guys. As you could probably tell, I am going to be really excited and super hyped to play Forza Horizon 5. Again, I would say for a lot of PlayStation players, this is going to be huge for a lot of them. This game is definitely going to offer things that other racing games do not. So I feel like that is going to be a huge win, but also make a lot of players hyped up on top of it. And the funny part is, I'm always seeing a lot of people that do want to cruise around on Motorfest and stuff. People are asking, can I play with my friend on Xbox, or they're going to be on PC, I'm on PlayStation, can I play with them? who wants to cruise around, and well, I feel like Forza is going to be a great place for it, and that alone is most likely going to attract a lot of players to it. For me personally, though, I'm looking forward to pretty much tuning vehicles, doing some of the engine swaps, building some off-road stuff. Really going to be hyped up for this, guys. But do let me know your thoughts on this stuff in the comments below. Again, I do want to mention I will be doing a ton of videos on this game when it comes out, so definitely stay tuned. I have pretty much never said hit the subscribe button before, but if you are going to be interested in seeing some Forza videos, definitely hit that. I think that might have been one of the only videos I've probably ever said that in because I'm not that type of dude. With all that being said, though, as I did mention earlier, I will also be going over the festival playlist every single week, pretty much doing a guide on that very similar to the summits from the crew. But again, let me know all your thoughts on this in the comments below. Who is also insanely hyped to play this game in a week? Kind of is insane because I almost remember like it was yesterday we were talking about playing Forza or seeing like the trailer or the announcement for it like months ago, and here we are being around a week from the actual release date, or at least the early release date, and then 4 days later, everybody can jump onto it, and it is probably going to be very hectic, and I can't wait to see how many people play it. It is most likely going to be pretty crazy, bro.